All right, welcome to the Brothers Gin podcast. This is the pilot episode. I'm Nick, and this is my brother Matt.
Hello.
You're gonna regret it.
You're gonna die up there.
You're gonna regret it.
See dead people.
You're gonna regret it. You're here.
You'll float too. 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 You'll float too.
So, Matt, what have you been doing this week?
So, not much working, but outside of work, I watched this great new movie called Sinners.
Sinners.
Have you seen it?
I've seen it. Wait, but
That's
first
good.
we should do something.
First,
we should take a
we should
drink of
do-
our gin. Not our gin, but
not our gin
Seagram's.
yet. Seagram. Extra dry gin. I'm going to take a
pour me
little
a
shot.
glass. Now, gin is made from the juniper berry.
Little-
Give random facts.
that we just learned
Yeah.
30 seconds ago, but
All right,
it's a spicy alcohol.
to our pilot episode,
To our pilot
and
episode,
to the fans who want to drink along.
the Brothers Gin.
Cheers. Ooh,
Whoa!
that's it.
Gotta
Whoa.
do another podcast, The Brothers Water.
Brothers Water, the Brothers Chaser.
Yes.
Oh, please. All right, so tell me about Sinners.
Wow.
What do you think about it? How did you like the vampires? How did you like the whole setting of it? 1930s.
I think it was a great telling of early American vampires. A wonderful story of two brothers, which is typical.
Similar to us. I'm the red and you're the blue.
Yes.
So
I
you
am-
so you identify more with what is
Smoke,
it?
for
Smoke,
sure.
right? And I'm
Yes.
smokestack.
Smokestack twins. It follows the Smokestack twins in 1932, Clarksdale, Mississippi.
I was gonna
Yes.
say they didn't delve too deep into that too, which I liked. It was a period piece for the first half hour, maybe 45 minutes, but then after that, it went full on horror vampire, which I love.
Yeah.
Duality.
It was telling the story, and it showed it, but it didn't tell you it. There was themes of the racial overtones, especially when they were driving with Sammy in the first thing, and he was asking, "Oh, how's Chicago?" And he said, "Well, Chicago's just like Mississippi, but with tall buildings instead of plantations," showing how even though you're in the North, during the 1930s,
You're still gonna have poverty.
you're still going to have poverty
I
and
like
segregation and all
the
that.
tracking shot. So speaking about the poverty and everything, so to show Jim Crow back in the day how one side was black and one side was white, they did a sick tracking shot. They followed her out from the black-owned shop, which was very decrepit, very darker. It was like run down, and then follows her to the white part of white part of the town across the street. And it's so much better. It's so much more lively and so much like it showed the difference between the black and the whites back in the day. So that
Right.
was really interesting.
And what I didn't realize, what they didn't really teach me in school, the plantation money. That was something that I never really
What about
learned
plantation
about.
money?
Plantation money, also known as scripts.
Oh yes, the coins are there.
Yes.
Yes.
So that was a way for plantation owners after the slaves were freed.
Mhm.
Because this is in the middle of Jim Crow laws, where you're a freed slave,
You have no financial freedom. That
no
was the thing.
financial freedom, and that's exactly what it is. The plantation money was the only place you can use it was at other white-owned plantations,
Plantation stores, basically.
plantation stores. So it was a way of controlling and keeping the dominance of the white plantation owners over Black Americans at the time.
Basically keeping them enslaved through poverty rather than through actual law. of the
Exactly,
time.
because if all you're doing is earning money to spend at their stores, you're not really going to get any footing in society. And that was shown in the juke joint when the smokestack twins were talking and said, "This is the American dollars, and these are the plantation dollars that we have."
Yes.
So it's even though that they were rich Black Americans and they were setting up this thing, they could never get out. They could never get a footing in society.
When they talk about the plantation money, they were definitely talking about how they needed to include the white plantation owners into what they were doing in order for them to make money because of those
Mhm.
coins. They were losing money on those coins.
Right.
So they had to take part of the white culture or the culture of the dominance of the time.
That's why Mary went outside
Mhm.
and talked to the vampires, the vampire trio.
What do you think about the vampires singing like every single vampire song that they sung? I knew Misty,
Yes, I
like
knew.
all of
I
that.
knew it all. I was singing along. Colleen and I were watching it, and I was like, "Hold on, I know this song." And I was singing like I was like, "Oh
It
wow!"
was slower too. What was one of the songs like? Can you pull up the list of songs? Like, was it Misty? It wasn't Misty Mountain because that's
Yeah,
Hobbit.
it was not Misty Mountains. It was yeah, look that up. But one of them,
What is it? All right, so we have it up here. Can't win. Pale
Rocky
Pale
Road
Moon
to
was a
the
very good song too. Rocky Road to Dublin. That's the one.
yes,
I have that on my playlist, literally.
yeah, I know. I listen to that at work like almost all the time.
What
That
was
they're
your favorite
playing.
song from the whole thing? I definitely have a favorite.
All right, my favorite. I don't know. I have multiple favorites. I really liked "Traveling" when he was singing it in the car.
That's mine. I was
That was so
traveling. We listened to it when we were coming here. Yeah.
great. But then also, "I Lied to You." I feel like that one was great. With that really showed the themes of blues music.
Which one? Which one was I lied to you? Was that when she was coming back in, or
When he's singing it, Sammy's singing his first song to a crowd
Okay.
on the not first
On
to
the
a crowd
train?
because he sung to the when he was picking up Delta Slim.
Yeah,
He
that's
played
it,
guitar
yeah.
there. But the "I Lied to You" when Delta Slim goes, "Come on, Sammy, tell him what you're about." That's when he sings the one in the juke joint. That's the
Oh,
one with the
that's the one with
sinner's
the
dance.
fire.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
my
yeah.
favorite. Never mind.
That's
That's
one-
my favorite song.
That's
I lied to you. That's what it's called. Okay.
Yeah, but that one really shows the themes of blues music, which are like hardship, love, loss. It shows almost all of them. It shows the love when he says, "Somebody take me into your arms tonight," and he sings that
Right
"Take me
before
into your arms."
literally shot whatever his name.
But then also the hardship with his father. One of the lines was, "You threw me a Bible on that Mississippi road," saying just like, I'm not all for the church like you are, and
That's what I didn't
the
get
hardship
to.
they're going through.
Like his father was very against the blues music, even though like the blues music was the one thing that made the humanity come out in the people. Like there were the vampires, there was everything else, but like blues music was human and brought everybody together. So I don't know why
Yes.
he was so against it.
The Irish were also discriminated against. I mean, when I was looking this up in the history for the signs outside, it said like no blacks, no Irish, and no dogs.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
I think we watched the same video.
we probably watched the exact same video, but that it just goes to show that even though he was white, the Remick, the main vampire,
Mhm.
he had like a way of appealing to the twins by being Irish and singing those Irish songs.
Yeah, he has the same racial discrimination as like the black people
Right.
at the time, or
But
the Asian people.
He still had his white advantages because the first people that you see him attacking as a vampire were the two Klansmen. It was clearly not discriminated against equally, but they were. And then that's why the funny scene when the smokestack twins were like, "Are you a Klan?" And he was like, "Sir, I'm not the Klan," because he's also discriminated against. But
Yeah.
the Klan really was for
What
more.
did you think about that? So like I thought it was very interesting how they intertwined clan with vampire. Like I thought they were gonna make the clan like the big evil vampire group, but it wasn't. It was more of like there were vampires, there were regular humans, and then there were the clan people.
Because technically the Klan was illegal.
Oh, back in those, yeah, like they weren't allowed to be a clan doing
Right.
that.
They
Yeah.
were, but actually, well, because Jim Crow laws, when do you think they ended?
Jim Crow laws. I
Yeah.
would assume back like with civil rights, right? Like back like
64.
64.
64
So
with the civil
so
rights.
we abolished Jim Crow. 5 years later, we went to the moon.
Yes.
That's insane.
That's absolutely insane. And of course, Jim Crow laws ending wasn't the end of it, But it's crazy how slavery ended, and then a year later you get these Jim Crow laws passed, which the Jim Crow laws were it's pretty much just still limiting the freedoms of Black Americans at the time.
What exactly? So I'm not. I know the Jim Crow laws were horrible for the black people back in
Yeah.
the day, suppressed them from getting ahead, and it
Yes.
was horrible. But what were they? I don't know what
Okay.
they were.
So they were like a series of laws that it really limited the freedoms of these now free Black Americans.
How did they limit the freedoms? Like there wasn't laws,
was-
right? It was more like financial.
It was laws. They had to take literacy tests to vote.
Basically because they had no way to read or learn to write, so they knew that they weren't going to.
Right. They knew
do
they
that.
were, and not only that, but they limited education for them. So not only was it saying, okay, well, you have to be an educated Black American to vote. Now it's like, well, you're not going to be able to get proper education because what they segregated the schools. That's like one of the big things. So they weren't able to get educated enough to pass a literacy test to vote these laws
So Jim
out.
Crow is basically just putting obstacles in their way that they knew they would never get over.
A legal loophole to continue to have dominance over these Black Americans that are now free.
Mm.
So it's really, they were never free. He wanted to be not free from his father, but his father was really pushing towards
Jebediah.
Jebediah. He was really pushing towards the church.
Yeah.
And saying,
Well, that was a major theme, like Christianity, the church, like blues music is bad. That's why they're called the sinners. Like each one of them had their own vice, their own sin.
right. And that's I love that last scene where he's driving away from the church,
Mm-hmm.
and then he clutches his guitar to his chest, showing like that was great.
Speaking about the scene, so okay, we're gonna be jumping around. I don't want to jump around, but we'll just jump around for this one part. At the end, when he went to kill his brother, spoiler alert this whole time, when he went to kill his brother and they cut away, I was hoping so badly that he opened up those doors at the end after not rolling that cigarette to be like, here, help me. And then he's there with him or something. Like, I didn't want him to die. Even though he saw the baby, he reunited with Annie. It was great. I wanted them to be together as brotherly companions.
I could see that. I could share that sentiment because it's, they were together and they went through World War I together. They were soldiers.
That's why he has the PTSD.
Through World War I. That's why his hands were shaking.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why in the beginning you see Stack rolling the cigarette and handing it to him because Smoke was shaking. And in the end, you see him shaking because, well, one, PTSD from World War I.
He doesn't have Stack due to rolling the cigarette.
And he doesn't, and then he just crumples it up. And that's why he steals it from the Klan
I did not
member.
put that together. Yeah,
because he wanted a cigarette. He didn't kill him right away because he was like, "You have a cigarette?"
Like, I know you have.
I can't roll this up, and I need one right now. I really liked it because that was, to me, that was a great way of showing how he was becoming free from all the things that were tormenting him. Free enough to the point where he can pass on and be with his wife and child.
Yeah, where his soul's taken.
Yes. And then in the beginning, when the Klan's member that you find out later on is the Klan's member, the guy he buys the barn from.
Yeah, what's his name? Like Hogwood or something?
Hogwood? I don't even know. I didn't even
Hogwood,
care looking it up. He's not a great guy.
Yeah, I don't want his name in my search history.
I don't like him.
But I did. Okay, so continuing with the thing though, I loved how with the spirit, the whole mythology of spirit, how in every culture, Irish, Indian, West African, there's always this one guy who could play music that transcends like culture and history and takes your ancestors and brings them to you. I love that part in that scene. It was every single culture coming together and showing through music. It was really cool. I love that.
I liked it because all the spirits represented all the Black American music at the time. It was the African music because a lot of the slaves came from Africa.
Oh yeah.
So a lot of the music, the African tribe that they were showing, that actually gave influence to the Delta blues, which is the music. The earliest form of the blues is the Delta blues, made in Mississippi.
Delta blues.
And the African tribe music.
Delta Slim?
Delta Slim.
Ah, that's where it comes from, probably. Delta blues, Delta Slim.
I don't know. Well, is the Delta that's like the area is like the Delta.
It's the
I
Mississippi
really don't know
Delta,
the
right?
South.
Missi-
Yeah, Mississippi Delta. That's what.
Yeah,
Yeah, the Delta region.
Mississippi Delta
Yeah,
region. Yeah,
so it's
I
the
like
Delta
that. So it showed
blues.
like you're saying like all like it showed how it kind of went from that West African, brought it to here to blues, and then now it's like all
Yes,
that.
it was because then when the narrator was saying it's the past and then the present, the
And the
future,
future, which is cool.
which is
That's
cool.
Jimi Hendrix, who was.
Yeah,
I
when
think
they
that's
were
what they were trying to
pulling-
do.
Yeah, because like I was saying, it's showing the African tribal music gave influence to the blues with the rhythms and
Mhm.
everything, and then the blues music, the Delta blues music, influenced all forms of music we listen to today. You listen to rock, all of that is from or jazz. I listen to jazz, all that's from the blues music.
What I was watching, probably the same video as you. They took inspiration from Metallica for this.
Yeah,
I didn't.
what's
Where
his
do you
name?
where do you
I
hear that?
have
Where do you
that,
see that? Because I was
It's-
like,
all the rhythms, the syncopation, the call and response. So when
I'm not into music. You're more of a music guy than me. So tell me that. What does that mean?
So-
Syncopations.
Okay, so that's pretty much it's instead of a steady rhythm, you have like upbeats and you have different rhythmic melodies.
So
So
kinda
instead
like
of
you're
just a
doing like
straight-
bum bum ba 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 boom, like up and down.
Yeah, just like that. That's syncopation, where it's extra beats. It's not a very steady rhythm. It's you add these little like flourishes and all that. It's not just on the beat. It's a little swung, little on the upbeats. But the call and response, we'll be hear Sammy singing the song "I Lied to You." He will sing a verse,
Mhm.
and then the guitar would call. So he's singing, he's calling, and the guitar would respond.
Okay, so like
So it's
he sings. He sings again.
yes,
Okay, cool.
very
I got
bluesy,
you. I got you.
right?
Bluesy, very
That's
bluesy.
like that's like very bluesy, and that's what it is. It's call and response. That's influence. You hear that in almost everything you listen to now.
I just thought it was
It's that
so
style.
fascinating. Like Metallica drew from that too. Like it's not just blues music.
Yeah.
It's that Metallica,
The music
metal, heavy metal
evolved
is
over
from
time.
that.
Everything. The musical composer, what was his name? He was Swedish.
I was watching something about the composer too. He's a really cool,
Mhm.
like interesting dude.
Oh, and
Ludwig?
Ludwig
Say that last name.
Göransson. Göransson?
Do Google.
I don't
Go
know. We
highlight his
should-
name on Google and then have it
Have him
translated.
speak it. Yeah.
He's
Great stuff.
people who can't see, obviously. He has long hair.
Mhm.
He has a big chain and a leather jacket on. He looks like a pretty snazzy dude. Not gonna lie.
And
I
then
want
later
him
in
to
the
make
video,
my-
he said his
Soundtrack?
dad gave him lessons when he was 6, but I believe his dad was more into jazz
Hmm.
or more into the bluesy music, whereas he found heavy metal.
okay.
And he went more. He says in the thing he learned Metallica songs and stuff like that, and that's where he went. He went to his own heavy metal theme. But it's all connected. It all draws roots back to the old Black
old culture.
American blues.
Where it really like resembled that though was when the building burned down and then you saw them all dancing around in a fire, kind of like all tribal things way back in the day from every single culture has that.
Mhm.
Like you really saw that coming together. I'm like,
Yeah.
if I play a song in my room, I feel like and I start dancing around, I'm connecting with them. Like
Yeah.
that's what they're talking.
That's what. Yeah, it's you're drawing on the spirits from the past, future, and present of the music you're listening to. It's all about the emotion. One
Speaking
of my
about the
favorite songs.
juke joint though, I like
Yes.
that towards the end how it was they turned it into a zombie kind of movie where everyone was in one house. They all were feared of being infected. They all had to escape and they didn't have a way to escape. And it was kind of like, what do you do with that? And I
Yeah.
like that. That was
Mhm.
they built a very good sense of confining. And I like
Or it's
that.
and when drawing parallels to the zombies, when Annie would go around and show me, is everyone bit?
Mhm.
That's like, oh,
That's
that's
zombie right
something
there.
you see in zombie movies, but
Wait,
also
what?
passing around the garlic.
So now that we're into the second half of the movie, let's say, what do you think of the vampire? I thought they did him very well. It was no
Incredible.
Twilight vampire. It was
No,
a very good
no.
vampire.
but it is I was looking up the history of the vampire because vampires go back to ancient Mesopotamia. of stories of corpses coming back to life
Mhm.
and feasting on it was mainly children. Like they were demons. They were like these demons.
They weren't these like lovable
modern
people who got
vampire.
bit.
But that was pre-American vampires and European vampires, where European vampires, the first story of the modern day vampire that we know was in 1819 with, let me see, it was the story of The Vampire, spelled with a Y, by John Polidori.
I was gonna say, pull that up on the computer. I want to see the vampire.
Yeah. A vampire
A
tale.
tail. I like how they had a tail.
Yeah. But there was in the first like accounts were in like the 1700s in Europe.
When did that book come out? When did it come out?
1819.
1819. You said.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was. That's the first one we see of the suave vampire.
So not Dracula, not Bram Stoker. It was this dude.
It was this guy. This was the first one.
So look up Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Dracula came out
You got information you read?
in. I didn't write the year, but it came out 1897.
So it came out a good long while after that one.
Yeah, and that shows that's where really you get the ideas. Dracula was the one that presented like, oh, they don't like garlic, but actually for the sunlight, it only weakened the vampires. It didn't kill them.
Okay.
Which is what we see now. I mean,
that's in Twilight.
Instead of Twilight,
Yeah, they sparkle.
But in most, like, what's the one TV show, the movie
Blood?
that was a TV show? No,
Interview with the Vampire?
No, the one with the comedy one. Into the Shadows.
Great show.
Where Peter, when they open the curtains and he like burns up in flames and dies. That wasn't really the idea.
Well,
it was more like they weakened.
He was Nosferatu. So there's Dracula, the vampire with the Y, and then Nosferatu was the other one. So there's 3 different famous old vampires that I didn't really know about.
Yeah, I mean the modern day vampire is a Nosferatu.
Nosferatu.
Is that really?
That is not
No.
Nosferatu.
No. There's Colleen is spelling it NOS the number 4 A2U. That's not Nosferatu.
There's definitely an F.
No, yeah, but that's in 2013. You're right, but look down the title. Nosferatu. Not
Nosferatu. The video game.
What was
1922.
1922.
So he was the latest one out of all the ones we were just looking at.
So he was probably the story that was the closest to 1932, which is when this takes place.
Yeah. And actually, wait, look at that though. Look at his hands. See how his hands are huge? Weren't the vampire in his hands were really big?
His hands grew
like that.
And the fingers came out.
And his teeth too. All of them are spiky, not just the 2. Just like the movie. And they might have taken a lot from Nosferatu, honestly.
But what I liked, Remick could just fly.
He could jump really far, I think. I don't think he could fly. I think because every time you see him when Mary walked into the house,
he flew.
That was a great transition, by the way. Like she walking back and then you see him jump, cut to her singing.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, that was pretty
cool. That was good. That was really good. Oh, but
it's a flying part of a vampiric
Dracula
nature.
is the one that introduced that the vampires can shapeshift. And like they would turn into a bat or like a mist. We didn't see any of that in the movie of them shapeshift. The most was that him just changing how he appeared, but not shapeshift.
The only time he changed was at the end with the fire. He became monstrous. He was just like, and then he became like a werewolf.
I don't know if that was the sun, like killing him.
Well, yeah.
Or
he wasn't. I think the sun was morphing him.
What do you think of the hive mind aspects? That's what it was.
So that was the question, actually. So the question was, if you kill the leader, it won't kill everybody else, right?
But they feel it.
They feel it, yes. But once the leader is now killed, is Michael B. Jordan's character Stack? Is he still part of the hive mind? Or does he have his own hive mind?
Is it that Remick is the only one that can go into his mind? Or is it everyone could go into everyone's mind?
I think Remick was the leader with the red eyes. Everyone else had different color eyes. I think once he changed or anyone under him changed somebody, it kind of added to his hive mind. so
Okay.
everyone could access that information. Just like Michael B. Jordan, Stack. I keep calling him Michael B. Jordan, even though there's two
there's
Michael B.
two.
Jordans.
Which one? Which one?
He's such a good actor. I got to refer to his name.
Michael B. and Michael C. Jordan.
Yeah, Stack knew that the Ku Klux Klan was going to kill him the next day.
Right.
He had that information from Remick, so he was able to
Oh,
access
did he?
that.
Or do you think that was the hive mind of the what was their name?
No.
The two clans members that Remick kills first. What do you think that information came from him?
Well, that's my point. Like, just because he knew the information, though. I don't think off screen they had a conversation. I think they just knew the information, like, via that.
Which I've also never heard of that in vampires. I'm more into zombies and stuff, but vampires, I've never heard of having a hive mind like that.
The concept of a hive mind.
A strain. What year? Mm-hmm. Shared copy. The Master. Oh, okay.
All right. The strain. When did the strain come out?
The strain where vampires are linked to having a hive mind, linked to the Master to basically communicate without having to.
It looks recent,
telepathically.
honestly. 2014's The Strain has the same concept.
Okay.
As, oh my god, I don't like that picture.
Yeah,
a worm coming out of an eye?
terrible.
No way.
Did not like that.
What did you think? So, in regards to that too, they took away your soul. Like Edward Cullen was still Edward Cullen. You know, all the vampires are still vampires. They made you believe that like Stack wasn't Stack. But when Annie died, Mary screamed out for her because she wanted her to be a part of the vampire thing. So there was some emotion there. Like I don't think they're fully gone, is what I'm saying.
I think it was the you live forever kind of thing. And if you're killing them, it's like, because she did care about Annie. So I think it was a little bit of the humanity
left. But you got to say she was completely different when she walked back in.
Yeah.
Like it was a
even
great
with that,
actress.
like that shoulder roll she did when she was walking. But then also, that brings up a thought I had. She gets invited in, right?
Yeah.
And then she leaves, right? She then needs a second invite to come back in.
I didn't like that too, because for Vampire Diaries, for example, they did have this thing where you had to be invited in.
Right.
But I think it was the homeowner had to do it. The person who has the deed of the house, who owns the land, it has to be the one to invite you. Whereas like this one,
clearly different in this movie.
This one,
because Grace just said, "Everyone come in."
She just screamed it, and I was like, they probably didn't even hear him fully. And do they just know, like, oh, there's a house now, it's available?
How does that work? Yeah. Oh, now we can just enter. But then that brings up my point: is Remick gets invited in by Grace screaming. He comes in, then leaves, and then when they're fighting, when Smoke and Stack are fighting. Yeah. Vampire Stack is fighting.
Yeah, at the end, yeah.
And then that cool scene when Remick comes in and goes, Sammy. Like, he was outside and just comes back in. Did he not need a second invite?
I don't think you need a second invite.
And if that's the case, why didn't Mary just come back in again?
Because she wasn't a vampire when she left. Like, she left the human.
She left. She got invited as a vampire, killed Stack, and then ran outside.
Yeah.
After getting shot like 30 times.
Oh, so you're saying why couldn't she come back in?
Why couldn't she come back in? She had one invite.
Maybe she got uninvited. You could uninvite him.
Oh, maybe.
You are no longer welcome.
You are not welcome here
anymore.
Then
that's a little plot hole, because she could have been like, you can come in, and then would have been like, no.
Oh, yeah.
You know? So there is definitely a loophole there.
Could vampires invite other vampires in?
I don't think so. I think that's
the living has to invite them in.
I think the living would have to invite you in.
I don't know,
but that's my point, because just any living thing, like,
right?
I mean, what about if you had a parrot in there and he was like, "Come in, come in"?
He's screwed. It's like, oh no, that's it. But we were seeing stuff on TikTok after of people throwing out their welcome mat, like at the front door that says "welcome," like all are welcome.
I watched a video of this guy who opened the door, and he's like, after watching Sinners, he's like, "Are you sure?
You sure?
I'm not going to invite you in,
I'm not gonna
but you
let you in.
could. It was funny.
But do welcome mats count as an invitation? If it says welcome, like you're welcome here,
I don't know.
does that count?
That's
'Cause
going deep into the lore. That's where
like-
everything breaks down with vampires. Welcome.
So it doesn't seem like welcome mats are. I don't know. Two sources say two different things. So
wait, no, a welcome mat does not invite vampires into a home, and
then
that's
scroll up.
AI saying that. So we trust AI, right?
I don't trust Google AI though.
Yeah.
Google
I don't know.
AI
What
is
my
different.
interpretation is that a welcome mat will not invite a vampire in. You have to
It
invite them
shouldn't.
in.
It shouldn't. I
And
feel
whether
like
you're the
that's-
homeowner or not is dependent.
homeowner, I don't know. I feel like that's a little.
I like
That's a
that
little bit
rule.
more.
I like to say that you get the deed to the land, then you get to say who goes on to the land, and you get to say no to yes to
Right.
vampire.
But then, if the homeowner puts out the welcome mat, is that?
I don't know.
I don't know.
That's pretty creepy.
All right. What else do we want to talk about? I really
Well,
like
music is a big part of the thing, so we can talk
Mhm.
more about music, how the themes of the music kind of went in.
which is
I like at
a-
the end he had the guitar still, like
uh-huh.
he fixed up the guitar.
yeah.
I like
Which
that.
I mean, it's a rare guitar.
Is it?
It's a 1932 Dobro Cyclops.
Well, to him it was a new guitar.
it was a brand new guitar. But it's one of those really old ones where you cannot find a new one. Like if you're looking for one, it's expensive. There's only like, I think Ludwig was saying there's only like three in America that he could find.
I liked also regarding I liked also the guitar was made out of silver, and that was kind of
Yes.
at the end what
Yes.
did the vampire in.
Yeah.
The guitar.
That was it. Because it's also great because in order, like his father was saying, you need to leave the guitar and drop the devil ways, the sinner ways.
Mhm.
And the way he got rid of the devil was by smashing the guitar, which is very interesting to see because
Mhm.
him smashing the guitar or getting rid of the guitar, his sinner ways, was what actually got rid of the devil figure, the demon.
Yeah, I did like that. That was a good moral, but then he ended up with the guitar. Like that can't be the moral because is that at the end he's still stuck with the devil? But then no, because he said no to Stack. So like it's
Right.
kind of I feel like that's a little I like how he went back to his church roots even though he didn't believe in it. Kind of like when he was about to die, he did the Our Father kind of thing. And they all did the Our Father. It was kind of giving me goosebumps.
Yeah,
Like I thought it was
that
going to
was
help
cool.
him.
But
Why did they
also-
say it?
At the end, how Sammy gets baptized. in
He
quotes.
dunks him under the
He dunks
water
him under
quickly.
the water 3 times. There. Oh, speak about the church. One Easter egg I found was Ryan Coogler, who's a director, also directed Black Panther.
Mhm.
And the crosses in the church was a nod to the Wakanda Forever, crossing their arms.
Okay. I mean, the cross is also like his church and everything. But
No,
I
I
can
mean
see
like
that
in the beams with the X
Oh, okay. So like the X behind it.
was like Wakanda.
Okay. I didn't know. So he
Which-
directed Wakanda Forever too.
Or I don't
He's
know
a
if it
good
was
director.
Wakanda
Wait,
Forever.
or was it the first one?
It was he. I know. I saw he directed Black Panther. I'm not sure if he did Wakanda Forever too.
He did both.
Yeah.
Oh, they're just the Wakanda Forever.
Yeah. Really cool.
Both.
Which is really, it
Wow.
was really good movie. He did Creed, which is also Michael B. Jordan.
Mhm.
So,
So yeah, right. So he does 3 movies with Michael B. Jordan in it.
Yeah.
You got a good actor. You
4.
got to use him. Or 4.
because Michael B. Jordan was in Black Panther, but all of them. Easily the best vampire movie. And like what were we saying before, how it started off as a period piece and then switches. And you could feel the vibe switch from, oh, we're surviving as Black Americans to, oh, we're surviving a vampire attack. You know, it's stuff like that where it's like, that was really cool.
I wish they would have I don't wish. I like the vampires, but they could have made these 2 separate movies. It could have been a period piece with Michael B. Jordan, and it could have been a vampire movie. Like it was 2 very good movies done at the same time, which I could be jarring for people. Like I was like, why are the vampires singing and dancing? You know, kind of thing. Like that. There was some points where I was like, it's a little out there, but they did it so well that you didn't go away from the movie. Like you didn't take away at all.
No, it didn't. And what I really liked was the two aspect ratios that they used. It's actually the first film ever to mix the Panavision 70, which is the large format film, like it's filmed vertically, and IMAX, which is so you get the wider aspect ratio and then the more in depth IMAX.
I like that when he did that for the action scene. It was kind of like, no, pay attention, and then he opens it up, and then it was kind of like,
that was the greatest. The one transition where the bars go to the edges of the screen, like as the vampires are coming in, and you're like, oh, it's about to get serious. Like, oh my god, like things are about to go down. Crazy stuff.
Oh yeah,
that was really good.
And they did that another time during that what we talked about before, the scene with the spirit, to kind of show you that they opened it up too. That's definitely one of my favorite scenes, I'm going to say, in a movie. Definitely this year so far.
When I first saw it, I was like, what is going on? Because it was just so, like, it wasn't, I didn't understand it at first. But then looking back on it, I was like, that's one of the best scenes in the movie. Because it's showing how, one, the music gets influenced from all of this. And the music draws in the spirits. But then it's also how it was showing how Sammy can conjure these spirits with his music. And now he was the one, that's why Remick wanted him, because he can thin the veil and bring back Remick's friend or demons and stuff like that.
That was portrayed well. And there was certain points where I was like, oh yeah, he has like magic. Like I had to remember that, but like they did that very well. Like he has like Sammy is a person who has magical powers. He's not just a normal person who plays blues. He's one of a generation that has this ability to do this.
Right.
Like they could have maybe said that more,
emotional.
But I thought that was pretty good.
It was really good. And old Sammy at the end, the end credit scene. Old Sammy is actually what was his name? Buddy Guy.
Yeah, what is he?
Buddy Guy. He's a blues.
Born in Lettsworth, Louisiana in 1936. A pioneer of Chicago blues sound. So he was also went to Chicago.
Yeah.
So after Sammy left, did he go to Chicago just like the twin?
I don't think it's
based 100% off of him, obviously.
No, but I think
that's a cool thing to think
Buddy
about.
Guy is definitely
no way.
Yes,
he's still performing.
Well, of course, the film came out in 2025.
Yeah, but he's an older gentleman. Like I don't know if he's still performing.
Crazy.
He's 88 years old. That's not a crazy question for.
No, that's not actually 88 years old.
That's insane.
Still playing the blues. Really cool.
Hey, when you got the blues in you, there you go.
Yeah.
It doesn't die.
Yes. When he was younger, he was the son of sharecroppers, which sharecropping was crazy. It was
like indentured servitude you're talking about. Like they're not slaves, but
yeah,
they
it's
are.
Like you pay for tools and you pay for like things with the cotton, with the crops that you're farming, that you're picking.
Yeah, so it's basically
it was another way of just saying like
keeping them in.
Oh yeah, you're free, but you're still going to work for me, and the work you do
a form of Jim Crow.
will be the payment. Yeah, no, it is Jim Crow.
Oh, it is Jim Crow. Yeah,
yeah, the sharecroppers. But yeah, his dad was a sharecropper, and he had to pick cotton when he was a child.
Born in 19. It's crazy to think that someone born in 1936
still
experienced. Yes, if we could talk to him, like
very strong
have him on the podcast.
Racism.
Wait,
we'll bring him on. We'll bring him on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and that's where he probably gets a lot of inspiration for blues music. The themes of like hardship and stuff. He went through it.
He's a relic of that time. That is insane. Speaking about that though, the Italian, like their outfits actually had something to do with the Italian and Irish, didn't they?
Yeah. The Smoke and Stack were wearing the red and blue.
I like that because the red was for what? The Italians and the blue was what? The Irish?
Yes, like you were saying, Smoke and Stack were wearing red and blue, which also the colors are very significant. Blue is more of a spiritual color. I mean, there's the color Haint's blue.
Annie, yeah, I was going to say, Annie is the one who had her house painted blue. She was wearing blue, and she's the spiritual one.
Blue is more spiritual, where red is more for like life and materialistic.
The charismatic one who got everybody to come to the place. Exactly.
Right. So that is also very, because they were dressed in red and blue, and that's what you see. That's what those colors signify. But also Stack was wearing red, and he was wearing the Italian mob
Mhm.
like dress with the tight suit, and the fedora hat. Where Smoke was wearing the the Irish cap that they have, and the looser fitting suit, so we can fit like guns and hide guns in it. Which is
I can see it now. You have it pulled up. Like Stack has a suit that's very tightly fit. He has the
Yeah.
fedora. He looks charismatic. Like he looks like a guy
more
that's going to
suave,
sell you something.
charismatic. Yeah,
And then Smoke is like he's the one from the army.
Smoke is the one
brooding.
yeah,
That's what he is.
more Irish, I would say.
Yeah, I guess.
But see, that's what they said in the movie, how they both what's it called? They ripped off
Yeah,
the Irish and the thing. So
they made him go against each other.
Stack probably ripped off the Italian mob when he was in it,
Mhm.
and then Smoke ripped off the Irish mob.
Wasn't it
Blamed
they
each
robbed
other.
a bank? I thought they robbed a bank and they blamed each other for that. Like the Irish mob, like
Yeah, they
Blamed
robbed the
each other.
bank. No,
They
I think
robbed
that
each
was the
other?
first. They robbed the bank for Al Capone
Mhm.
first.
That's 10.
He was an Italian mobster
Mhm.
in Chicago around this time.
And then they took the money from him and blamed the Irish.
yeah, I think
Huh.
so. Yeah.
Okay.
Have you seen Peaky Blinders?
Yeah, I've seen some episodes. It's
I
very
haven't
reminiscent
seen
of
it,
that time period.
But the suit that he was wearing reminded me of all
Like a Peaky
the
Blinders
TikTok
suit?
clips I see
Mhm.
of all Tommy
What,
Shelby.
Cillian Murphy?
Yeah, Cillian Murphy. Yeah, that's really cool.
I like
I
that.
really like that. And
Yeah.
going off the names,
Oh, Elias and Elijah.
yeah, they're both biblical names.
Well, what's Elias? I know Elijah is biblical. But what's Elias?
It's the same name. It's the play on the,
Oh,
on the
really?
same name. Yeah,
Oh, okay. Yeah. I
So
mean,
they're
it looked
both
very
like-
similar. I just didn't know if that's what they were doing.
but at the end of the movie, when Smoke is smoking a cigarette,
Mhm.
and Annie, the dead Annie, and his baby,
Yeah,
Say-
that was a sad scene.
that was
Honestly.
sad. It was really, but it was really nice to see them and like say like, oh, they did find peace in the afterlife.
Yeah.
But Annie tells Smoke to put out a cigarette or to stop
not
the smoke
smoking near the
because
baby.
she doesn't want the smoke to get on her baby, which is to me signifying that she doesn't want Elijah, his alter ego of Smoke, to be present in the baby's
I
life.
see what you're saying.
So
Because,
he
like,
puts out the smoke.
yes, like, so he
So he's
doesn't want
done with that
smoke
side.
to be there. I got you.
He's done with that aspect of
Well,
his life,
you
the
could
violence.
see that, like, Elijah is the man, Smoke is the sinner.
Yeah.
And he's giving his sinner ways a gun.
Mhm.
And
He's giving that up.
whereas Elias didn't.
Right.
He
And you see
embraced
that
it.
in the end when he comes into the bar at the end. He's wearing a ring that says Stack, showing that he leaned more into his
Into
devilish
his
ways,
devilish
into his
sinners.
sinner ways by being a vampire this whole time.
I liked how Sammy's ending was. He wanted to die. He was ready. He's like, I had enough of this life. I've seen enough.
Hmm.
Like that was, I didn't want him to become a vampire. That would have been too tacky of an ending. I think Michael B. Jordan did a very good job too at acting as
job.
two different characters.
Yeah.
Even though they are twins, like same character.
Yeah. In the middle of the movie, I forgot that it was just one Michael B. Jordan because he
Yeah.
played two separate people so well, and they're twins, so they essentially are the exact same, and a lot of twins act the same, but just the slight differences he was able to get down so well. Where I, at one point, was like, "Oh my god! Like these are two separate people."
Well, that's how you got to do it. I remember
In the
like
movie.
there's like other famous actors who would walk with a limp because there's a rock in his shoe, stuff like that.
Oh, like you think he put a rock in his shoe for half those seats?
He
Interesting.
could have, honestly.
He purposely walked different and acted different for Stack and Smoke, which that's probably why I'm saying, because he just portrayed two separate people in the, really, really good movie.
Really good movie. I would recommend it. If you out of 10, what would you give it?
Oh, definitely a 9.
Mm-hmm. Can't be 10. No,
Can't be 10. Nothing's perfect, but for me, I really don't like long movies. This movie was 2 hours. What was it, like 2:16?
It didn't seem that long to me though. Like 2 hours went by.
That's why I'm giving it a 9, because it did not seem that long. It was paced really well.
217.
things one after the other after the other. Yeah, 217. Which movies should only be an hour and a half, and that's it.
Yeah, some should be longer.
Because
I do like
it's dragging on a little too much. This
Yeah.
movie, not at all. This movie could have been 3 hours. It was great.
Honestly, yeah.
It was a great movie.
I would have wanted to see more. Like, where did Sammy go? Like, I want to see a second
I wanted to
movie
see
of
more
Stack
vampires.
after he's changed and like become in as a vampire in those
Yeah.
times. I want to see him maybe take on the clan or maybe like do something back in the day, like 1932 Stack vampire with the girl Mary.
That would be cool. But the things they were wearing was they were making a Blade remake, which is all like vampires and stuff.
Yeah, but that's MCU, right?
Yeah, but the costumes that they were going to use for them because it got canceled.
Yeah,
I don't
there's only gonna be
remember
one
what.
Blade. I remember that from Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah, so it got canceled. So they didn't end up doing it, but they used the costumes and all that for this movie.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was really
Because
cool.
honestly, I could see Michael B. Jordan being Blade.
I
Maybe he wasn't allowed because what's the other guy's name?
I've, to be honest,
The
never
original
seen Blade. I don't watch movies, so when I watch a movie, it's
Yeah.
the
When
best.
I watch a movie, it's the best movie I've ever watched because I don't watch movies.
Right? Because I don't watch. I said it's the best movie I've watched this year, and I watched
This movie, just
one
this
movie other than this
Nah,
one.
you watched another movie.
Watch-
Wesley Snipes. Yes. Wesley
Yeah.
Snipes. I
Yes.
think because of him not wanting to give up that character. I mean, I don't think he has any say, but I think
No, but
look at Michael B. Jordan. He would be a great Blade.
he would,
I don't see how
especially
the costumes. I don't
with
see-
him walking in at the end credit scene with the glasses
with the
and
glasses.
the hair. It was
The
like,
1990s
seems-
version of Stack.
Yeah, I mean
Who
that
was
works.
the producer or the director of Blade? Like, did they literally just move the people over and they call it Sinners now?
No, because Blade is like
That would be funny.
no. Who was the director?
No, it's totally different people.
Just completely different people. It would have been their
That's
people.
true. It would have been
that
under
they
them.
have. Yeah, but yeah, great
Great movie.
movie.
Michael B. Jordan, another movie. I would give it a 9 out of 10 too.
9 out of 10.
100%.
Yeah, it's just one of those
Must
where it's
watch.
really, really, definitely a must watch. And now that's on Max, you could watch it over and over again.
Yes, but I would wait because I watched it on Max and it had commercials, and it was really annoying during very cool scenes. And it's just like, commercial.
that's
Okay,
it,
wait,
commercial.
we'll wait.
Yeah, no,
yes.
that's one you have to watch in one sitting.
I would have watched it in the movie theaters.
I would have too.
Movie theaters are not gone for me in this regard.
No,
For the Minecraft movie, no, I watched it online. But for
Yeah,
this, I would
it's
see it in cinema.
Minecraft movie, we watched it in the movie theater. It was. You don't really have to watch that one. This one, I feel like,
Movie theater.
especially because when the audio sounded great when Smoke and Stack were talking in the
Mhm.
beginning, I don't know, the bass in the voice.
You notice a difference in audio quality in the beginning?
It was good. Like that's something I would want to hear in the movie theater. Them speaking and then all that.
I think horror movies are the last ones to be in the movie theaters. I feel like, and people watching it. I mean, because
Right.
you get that atmosphere when you're in the dark in a big room with a
Right.
humongous screen. I mean,
Horror
you got a huge
and
screen here,
action.
but still, it's not
Yeah, but it's not
the same.
It's not the same. No, it's not nearly the same.
Yeah,
as
you
as a
don't,
movie
you don't have a
theater.
movie theater
No,
screen in your
I
house.
don't, but we do have a big screen, and we have OLED.
Oh, LED.
So the dark
The
scenes
The
were
background.
just seeing the eyes
That was scary.
because when he says peekaboo
Mhm.
and then the eyes
cut.
just are there.
Well, then they cut.
Crazy.
I thought they cut away. They
after
said
that.
peekaboo, and they cut to the other guys.
But yeah, he said peekaboo, but then you see the eyes in the back when he says
Oh, I didn't see
peekaboo.
that. I didn't catch that. That's crazy.
Great, like chills. I was like, oh my god, that is because that's so
What do you
scary
think that
to
was with
think.
the eyes? Actually, think about he has red eyes, and it looked
Yeah.
like the other ones had bluish, like a faintest blue eyes.
But then
What's with
also
the red and the
Mary
blue?
had like yellow eyes.
Mary had little eyes.
So I'm trying to I don't know what the eyes.
Yeah, she did have
signify.
There's definitely
In that
something.
one
The
scene
eyes
you
meant
see.
something.
The eyes are definitely. I think the eyes are. That's one of the scariest things ever in any movie, TV show. If you have
Eyes.
some demon or some entity where you could just see the glowing eyes, That's
I have
terrifying.
a theory. I think that's a primordial primitive thing from us. Like when we were in the bush and we were looking at there's leaves everywhere and all
Mhm.
that in front of us, and then you just move it a little bit, you see a tiger's eyes looking right at you.
Like the
You're
cat's
supposed to
eyes
be
with
scared.
yeah.
You're supposed to run away.
It's definitely some primal fears, which I guess that's what they were playing on. But it's really really good.
Who is the actor of Cornbread? Because I really like him
Cornbread?
as an actor, and I think I've seen him in other stuff, and I want to see him in more. So I need to know who he is.
It was funny how what was his name? Bo, the shop owner.
Yeah.
Bo Chap. When the one guy who they dragged out, he was just laying on the floor, like passed out. And they
Mhm.
dragged him, who wasn't a vampire, out. And then what was it? Cornbread was like attacking him.
Yeah.
And then Bo was just like, all right, come on, let's go. And just completely ignoring the attack going on. Still trying to convince Grace to like come outside. So yeah, come on.
Well, but that's my point. I think he wasn't there. Like, even though you say like he is there and there might be something, he's gone. Like, you know
Right.
what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't care if somebody's gonna eat in next to him.
Right. But I think, like
Can we
Colin
find
was
his
saying, I
name?
think Annie said in the movie that their soul isn't gone. It's just tied to their body. So their soul can never reach an
Yeah,
afterlife.
but they definitely changed. Like, it's not like they
Yeah.
something left them.
And
Like,
I don't know
something
if
about
the
them.
change is just them like feeling, because you always see that in vampires where it's you feel alive.
Mhm.
There's no pain.
Heightened senses and all that.
Right. And I don't know if it was just that was the change of never feeling pain, or if like the devil got inside and they
Or-
are now different.
Yeah, you can feel
creatures
everybody's
altogether.
pain since you're in a hive mind, right? So you could feel everything.
Yeah, that's what it was. But they only felt Remy's pain.
I think it's because he's the leader,
He was the one.
and there's something important to him dying that like lets Stack not be a hive
Continue.
mind anymore. Continue to be living like basically like Stack. He let Sammy live. That's not like vampire. That vampire wouldn't have done that. But
Right.
because
Right.
Smoke told him to do that, he didn't kill him.
Right.
Until the end, where he was like, "You're about to die."
All
so-
those years from
60 years, I
19
think, right? No, yeah, 60 years.
It was 90. Yeah, 32, 92. Same day too. It was
Yeah, right.
October the 16th.
Has to be something about that day.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, so we can.
Cool.
All right, so to
Oh,
finish off the episode, we're gonna take one last shot to say goodbye, and this one is gonna be what? What's that called?
This is a cinnamon whiskey called Creek Water.
Oh, I thought it was clear what creek water.
Creek Water.
So if it comes out all disgusting with toads and bugs, that's okay.
I only bought it because it looks red and creepy.
And
Like
any of
the
these
vibe of the
alcohols will be
podcast.
linked in the description below, so you could buy it and drink along with us.
I thought it would be less clear.
It looks like creek water.
It does.
Very
Oh,
cool.
Doesn't smell like it though.
They definitely bottled up creek water and was just like, yeah, we'll sell it to this guy.
All right.
Thank you for not pouring it fully. Cheers. To the first part.
Oh, that's actually not bad.
It's not bad.
It doesn't taste like creek water.
No,
It's
it
good.
tastes like a creek water with cinnamon.
Cinnamon creek water.
Cinnamon Creek. That
All
would have been
right.
a cool name.
That wraps it up.
That wraps it up. See
Thank
you
you
guys
for
next
watching.
week.